today's Motivational Makeup Mondays, I talk to you guys about the importance of goals. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here though, I upload beauty videos every Monday and Friday. Feel free to stick around and subscribe. Also, if you're new here, I just feel the need to say that this is not my normal lighting setup. It just decided to rain and be very overcast here around 3 p.m. here in Florida where I'm filming this. So that is the explanation for the lighting. I think that it looks okay. We'll go with it at least for now. Also, if you missed my last Motivational Makeup Monday, I will link it for you guys. But, go ahead and watch this one first, of course. But I just want to kind of explain to you guys what Motivational Makeup Mondays is. It is whenever I'm going to be taking a topic and kind of putting a motivational spin on it while also showing you guys applying my makeup. So it kind of really combines two things that I love and hopefully you do as well. It combines motivation with makeup. So kind of a fun little video for you guys if you want to see how I created this look as well as see what I have to say about motivation. Make sure you keep on watching. The first thing that I want to talk about isn't really a goal, but it is something that happened in 2019, and I just wanted to kind of give you guys a little reminder that you just never know what's going to happen. Goals are good and that kind of thing, and it's important, I think, but you don't always, you never know what's actually going to happen. 2019 was, I would say, the hardest year of my life because this is the year that we found out that my mom has an incurable form of cancer. I did a whole video dedicated to that I would recommend you watching where I explain that whole process that I will link in the eye up above for you guys, as well as in the description box down below. I highly recommend you watch that because it just explains it better. Also, before I get into the foundation, I did already use the Dr. Brandt Needles No More ID Puffing Gel. I actually got a little too much primer, but hopefully it kind of sinks into my skin. At the beginning of 2019, I posted a goals video that I will kind of be inserting footage from and referencing, but also before I get into the goals, in 2019, I also found out that one of my closest friends was diagnosed with cancer. This was just a really hard year altogether. Mixing two of the Stay Naked foundations. I think I have 20 NN and 30 NN. My biggest goal of 2019 would be the project that I'm currently working on. It's still too much in the beginning phases to announce that, but as I mentioned, I will be able to announce the at least beginning phase coming up soon. The first goal, and probably the biggest goal that I had for the year, was to launch a project that I've been working on for a very long time, and I'm really excited to say that I did launch that. I didn't address it in the video because it was still, as I mentioned in the video, still very much in the works process. I can now tell you guys that the thing that I was referencing was my beginner beauty course. It's a free beginner beauty course. Once again, it is the first link in the description box. I highly recommend that you check it out. I teach you guys the importance of primer and moisturizer. Also remind you guys of important things such as the importance of using sunscreen. And I really break it down for you guys, try to make it very beginner friendly and all of that. It's completely free. Once again, it is the first link in the description box. And then I guess the continuation of that goal, I'm gonna have a separate 2020 goals video, but I guess a continuation of that goal would be the beauty, the complete full face beauty course that I've been working on for a really long time. I have most all of the videos filmed, and I'm working on now the whole thing is behind the scenes, but I'm working on uploading it on the site and that kind of thing. There's a lot of behind the scenes pieces. So I've been working on that for a really long time, and I'm really excited to share that with you guys. It is going to be launching in 2020 if you want to be notified whenever that goes up. Once again, if you click on the link that will sign you up for my email newsletter, I share encouraging makeup tips. If you like this kind of video, I share encouraging makeup tips, and maybe if there's really good sales, highly recommend that you sign up for that. But yeah, the beauty course that I've been working on that I'm super excited about is actually like a full face of beginner makeup, and I really break down the details and the basics and show you guys affordable options. I am so excited about that. Cannot wait to launch that for you guys. The next goal and kind of thing that I really wanted to work on in 2019 was reading more, and I would say definitely towards at the end of the year, like closer to the end of 2019, I've really gotten into reading more, and I have actually a few book recommendations for you guys. Those will be linked in the description box down below, but a few of the books that I read that I would highly recommend were The Go-Giver. I'm not sure on the author of that one, but of course it will be linked in the description box down below. And another one is How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. I know that that's a very talked about book, but it's so good. I mean, in like a non-dramatic way, I would say it changed my life, or at least it definitely did change my thinking, and it really did help me out. Why is the white cast? Okay. It really did help me out, and I would highly recommend it if you haven't read it. And then currently I am working on reading High Performance Habits by Brendon Burchard. I have it right here to show you. I have read this much. This is where the little bookmark is, and I highly recommend that. That was actually on my Christmas gift guide for the people that are very hard to shop for. I really recommend that book because I think that it's honestly for everyone. You know, as the name implies, it's High Performance Habits. I don't know if I mentioned the correct title. High Performance Habits. So it's overall, you know, how to become a high performer, which I feel like, you know, is a very universal subject. Multiple types of people. Like, I guess the profession is what I'm getting into. I just feel like it would be very beneficial to a lot of people, and I highly recommend that book. But I definitely recommend reading to you guys, even if you aren't really into reading at the moment. Trust me, I wasn't either, but I really enjoy reading nonfiction because, like I said in my 2019 goals video, I enjoy learning. I feel like I got that from my dad especially. I think that it can really help you as a person, and I would just highly recommend reading, and just reading in general. Another goal that I was happy, and I don't want to come across as bragging because I definitely still, you know, I'm not perfect in this area. And I would also say, especially towards the end of the year, also, I feel like my mom's cancer diagnosis was a wake-up call. You know, whenever you go through trials, you do get closer to the Lord. Not that I don't think I was like super far and like gone or anything like that, like super far gone, not in the church and his word, but I just wasn't as much as I needed to be. And I mean, don't get me wrong, sometimes I do still miss a day here and there, but overall I would say I definitely have improved in reading the Bible. And once again, I'm seriously, like, I'm trying not to come across as, you know, bragging or anything, because trust me, I am definitely not the perfect Christian, but I'm just happy that I set that goal, and I feel like I have gotten into reading the Bible more because that is really important. And I would say what has really helped me with sticking to reading the Bible more is I write it in my list of things to do most days. I say most days because, of course, on the day that I'm filming this, I didn't write it on my list of things to do, but I did read a chapter earlier before filming. And what really helps me is to read the Bible before you like really start your day, or before I really start my day, for example. Before I get into editing and other work that I have to do for the day, I do try to go ahead and read a chapter, I guess, before the day gets really busy. I just enjoy reading a chapter. What really helps me and what I've kind of been doing is reading a chapter and praying while I have a cup of coffee. Personally, I need coffee to help me wake up a little bit. So I would recommend that if you're looking for a way to get into reading the Bible more. I meant to bring in a different palette that has mirror, but forgot, so we're just gonna use this mirror. As I mentioned, I am going to have a separate Motivational Makeup Mondays for my 2020 goals. And also, I really encourage you guys to set goals as well, because, like, for example, for me, I like being able to go back at the end of the year and see the goals that I reached. I even mentioned that in the video, I believe. So I would encourage you to do that. Also, before we go on to the next goal, if you are liking this video and are excited about goals and makeup, give it a thumbs up. It really does help me out. Oh, that's why it was so overcast. It's raining now. Can you hear that? Probably so. I'm going to finish up my eye look really quick and speed through that process, and hopefully it'll stop raining by then. Another thing that I'd like to do is I would like to travel more. Specifically, I would either like to go on a cruise and or go to a different country. And I say and or because you could go on a cruise and go to a different country. The next goal I did not reach, but that is okay. In that video, I said that I wanted to travel to a different country and or a cruise. And like, yes, I want to do that eventually, but I just feel like for the time in my life, it's just not realistic. Like, I don't even know if I could do that in 2020, but I mean, I would like to obviously eventually. This year was not the year to do that, but that's okay, because I will say I'm very happy that I feel like I got a hold of my finances more and spent my money better. I spent my money better, finally. Like, I don't know. I just feel like I'm kind of getting a hold on that and spending my money better. I invested in my first stocks in 2019. But I would like to include my footage from whenever I said that I wanted to go to a concert in 2019. Let's just watch that real quick. Another thing that I would like to do is I would like to go to another concert, because I'm saying that because in 2018 I really wanted to just go to a big concert, and I ended up going to two. I went to Imagine Dragons and Taylor Swift. I've mentioned those both in videos. I put this video out in January of 2019, and that was clearly way before the Jonas Brothers announced that they were getting back together. It was 2019, it was a good year. Well, for that, I mean, yes, 2019 was one of the hardest years, but the Jonas Brothers getting together in 2019 was very exciting for me. Oh, I didn't even show this. This is the Tarte contour and highlight palette. I haven't used this in a while either. I do really like the NARS Laguna bronzer, but you know, gotta use the other products every now and then as well. But yeah, one of the highlights of 2019 was seeing the Jonas Brothers in concert. I went with my best friend and then another friend as well, and it was a great time. Honestly, I'll never forget that. I don't think it took me like almost a week to get my voice completely back, so you could say I'm a huge fan. I would want to see them again in concert. It was very, very exciting, and I'm so glad and thankful that I was able to go. I actually kind of like that tradition because it's kind of weird. I feel like I get social anxiety. I haven't been like specifically diagnosed with that or anything like that, but just based on how I feel in large crowds and stuff, I feel like I get kind of social anxiety, but I really do love going to concerts. So I do kind of get a little overwhelmed, but I just kind of, like breathe and just kind of, that kind of thing, because I do really enjoy going to concerts. I already have tickets for my best friend and I to see Dan and Shay in 2020. Excited for that. So all that to say that I may get social anxiety and I don't like large crowds, but for whatever reason, I do really like concerts. So I would like to continue going to at least one concert a year. Something that I really enjoy. I love music and I love hearing it live. Also, why is this not blending? Why? Ugh. Okay, it's fine. Let's see if NARS Laguna can save the day. If not, then I tried. Yeah, we're just gonna pretend like that's blended, but I feel like that's as good as it's gonna get right now. Also, as you can see by the clips that I'm thinking I'm going to include in this, I did not plan on growing out my hair in 2019, but I did, and I plan on posting how I did that in a hair video in general at some point in 2020. I have been filming footage for that for a little while now. Just a little preview. Going to go over the liquid highlight of Stunner with the powder highlight Stunner from Tarte. This lighting is really throwing me off. Yes, I'm blaming my lack of blending on the lighting. I don't know, it's so overcast right now, and my forehead is driving me nuts, and I feel like the more I'm blending it away, the more it's fine. Kind of pack this on and then not blend it away and just leave it there. I meant to bring in my setting spray, but did I? Absolutely not. So I'm gonna set my face and also apply mascara. I will be right back. It is really dark and overcast now. I love that. Very happy. Once again though, I do encourage you guys to create a 2020 goals for yourself. Maybe 2020 will be whenever I invest in lighting. We're gonna go with it. Okay, we're almost done. I mean, hopefully, I don't think you can see much of the background, but hopefully you can see me. That's what's important. A little sarcasm. But seriously, can you think of a more like Christmas lipstick? I think this is actually lip gloss. Wow. Okay, lip gloss. It's like a sparkly red, very Christmassy to me. It's metallic too. If you enjoyed this Motivational Makeup Monday, I think that you'll really like this one. It is how to be happy when you're single during the holidays, something that I have, you know, I've been single for a long time, so trust me, I have experience there. Also, if you stuck with me through these lighting issues, thank you. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, once again, I upload beauty videos every Monday and Friday. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you in my next video.